Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode. My name is Mohammad Reza Fathi, and I'm a life coach. What we do in life echoes in eternity. This episode is called Power of Acceptance. We usually think that the positive thing that's going to happen in our life is going to come from a change. We have to alter something, we have to reject something in our life. But have you ever thought about power of acceptance? Could it be that that change that we are going to have in our life is going to come from acceptance? In this video, we are going to discuss what acceptance really is, what things do we have to accept in life, and what power does acceptance have. Most of us have this experience. We have a doctor's appointment, we go to the office, we go to the clinic, doctor is late, but we have to stay. For the beginning, you have patience, but slowly you start to grow impatient. You start looking around, you feel nervous, but after a few minutes, the secretary comes and says, the doctor is going to be here for an hour. Now you realize you're going to be here for a while. In that moment, you have a small experience of acceptance. Without judgment, without excessive discussion, you just switch your perspective and done. Now, the question is, do we act the same in other aspects of our life? Is the biggest part of our energy is being spent on living and building our life, or our energy is being wasted by fighting our life? Imagine a woman who is not in the position that she thinks she deserves. She was young when she got into a relationship and got married. So she moved to another place. Then a child came up. Now the child is grown up and she doesn't feel that pressure anymore. She's some sort of free now. Is she going to be like, okay, after a while, I'm free now. Let me start from tomorrow and chase my personal dreams and build a whole new, different life? The answer is usually no, because she hasn't completely accepted the past. She's still complaining of some things that happened in the past. She hasn't completely accepted herself. It's hard for her to accept the fact that you are born to be a successful CEO of a company, but 39 years old age, you haven't done anything about it. What do we call this war? Resistance. Fighting with ourselves, with the past, with other people, with realities we don't like. When you haven't let go of all the chains and binds with all your hearts, and you don't spend all your energy and soul into moving forward and forging your destiny, you are resisting life. And the opposite of resistance is nothing but acceptance. Let me clear something right now. Is acceptance surrender? Do we have to give up, not to do anything? Nothing matters? No, of course not. Acceptance, in a very basic sense, means seeing the reality that there is, that is undeniable. For example, your car is not working, the doctor is late, the dinner is not ready yet. Acceptance doesn't mean you have to let go of your rights. You can be sad and upset, but at the same time, prevent yourself from fighting reality. That's it. When you realize you have to stay for a while, instead of resisting, you can actually let go. Now, a new window of opportunity opens itself for you. Now you can read a few pages. Does it mean that we're going to like the delay? Does it mean that the doctor coming late is something desirable? But can we fix anything with resistance? What can we change? So, let's discuss what acceptance is not. Imagine you're going to work, you have an important meeting, everyone is expecting you. Now, you suddenly realize the car is not working. You start to get angry, you start cursing at everything and at God, but the car is broken. and you pull over. When people look at you, you are not talking, you are not hitting the car, you are not doing anything specific. You're just waiting. This is not acceptance because inside you are really angry. You wish the car isn't broken. So, just because you are not showing some intensive external action doesn't mean that you have accepted it. Imagine certain parents that have issues with their adolescents. Just because they don't fight, just because they talk to each other, doesn't mean that the parents have totally accepted the kid. Deep down, they desire their child to be different. They haven't accepted that kid completely. So, no intensive action from the outside doesn't mean that on the inside you have accepted something. When you deeply haven't accepted something in your depth of your inner world, that issue is going to end up in your looks. It's going to have some influences in your nervous system, in your psychological behavior. You're going to have some signs on the outside. The only true form of acceptance is that you really 100% accept something. No discussion, no resistance. For the next part, we are going to discuss why acceptance is so hard. The most important reason is some sort of pride that we have, that we accept our life to be revolved around us. We expect nothing to be late. We expect other people to behave as we wish. We wish our works to be consistent with our desires. No one should interfere with us. We should not get sick, not any cold, not so hot. Our time shouldn't be wasted. The thing is, we haven't taught that when something goes wrong, what should you do? The issue is that we haven't been taught that when something goes wrong, what should we do and how we should behave. And we were grown by our default version and default settings, which is resistance. The next thing is that mind prefers a different past. Who doesn't like a better past? Many of us have thought about this subject, that we wish our parents to be different. We wish our parents did certain things differently. Maybe we had this wish to be born somewhere else. Some people wish that they enjoyed their youth a little bit more. The point is, every unchangeable thing that you don't accept stops us from changing what we can change. And this is the disaster. When we are caught up in the past and haven't accepted it completely, the future that we actually could have is getting further from us. You have a life ahead of you. What are you thinking about? For a moment, just for practice, just for one moment, accept anything that was and is in your life. No discussion, no complaining. Where did your mind nose go? You see, some sort of space got free in your mind. Do you see the horizon now? What is this man fighting with? With the past that doesn't exist? With things that cannot be changed? The past is past, more or less, good or bad, and you can do anything about it. The decisions that you had, relationships that you had, the choices you made, the mistakes that you have done, and the opportunities that you lost, the parents that you had, the circumstances that you experienced, your marriage, accept them all so you could free your energy and you could channel it to build a new life. Mind thinks, if I let go and accept, everything will get ruined. Even thinking about accepting everything is dangerous and scary. But the reality is exactly opposite. Until you don't accept, the change doesn't start. Your appearance, your height, your color, your facial features, they're just the way they are, like it or not. Accepting this means stopping a war that has no winner. This is called power of acceptance. Many of us judge ourselves for the feelings that we have. I shouldn't be envious. I shouldn't be afraid. What type of feeling is this that I have? Many of us at some point of our life felt jealous of people who were more beautiful than us, more wealthy than us. And then we condemn ourselves for that feeling. We say to ourselves, who are you to feel jealous? You must be so weak. You must be so inferior. Acceptance means I'm feeling jealous right now. Not that I'm a jealous person. The important issue here is that emotions are not a choice. Behavior is. You could feel jealous, but still choose to feel good about everyone. You wish everyone to be wealthy, happy, and beautiful, and in love. A feeling is not the end of our choice. Maybe at some point you were scared to change the course of your life, and you felt so weak for being afraid. You were in a relationship, you were in for 3 years, you would feel lonely without it, and naturally you were scared to leave that relationship. Acceptance means this: fear is a natural human reaction. But if you accept it, even a small step could be a sign of bravery. But you have to see that fear and accept it. That's the power of acceptance. We haven't even accepted our human features. You grow tired, you feel lonely, sometimes you just give up, you make mistakes, sometimes you have to retreat. Have you ever said something to someone you love and you broke their heart? Now you don't forgive yourself. Of course you have. You're a human being. Everyone has some sort of mistakes. Power of acceptance plays here by realizing what true boundaries of being humans are. It enables us to accept ourselves despite the mistakes that we had and love ourselves despite the fact that we are not perfect. For the next part, we are going to discuss what things shouldn't be accepted. When we talk about acceptance, it doesn't mean we have to tolerate anything. This is where you shouldn't accept. Certain things that you shouldn't accept: continuous disrespect, a life that is not consistent with your values, the things that you know you're doing wrong and you know you have to stop them, and the fact that your life is not moving forward. If you have thought about this many times, that you're an independent woman, but for some reason you haven't taken action on this course, and your current life has become annoying, some sort of suffering, you shouldn't accept this paradox. Maybe you think that other people will change their view of you. Let them change it. Or are you expecting someone else to come and save you and help you start the new course of your life? Living a life based on your values is your basic right. You shouldn't accept that your life is going to be wasted and you're never going to taste the things that you love to do. Just don't accept it. The harmful things that you're doing to hurt yourself right now. You're smoking, you're not taking care of yourself, you're working too much, you're working a little bit less than you should, you're not defending yourself, you're proud, you have no plan, you're not starting. This is not life and you shouldn't accept it. No, I don't want to waste my own life. Spend some time with yourself and ask yourself, if I had no past and no fear, who would I like to become? How would I like my life to seem? Now, imagine spending all your energy and time building that person and that life. The pain is this: the energy that's being wasted is being wasted by us not accepting, by resistance. What we do in life echoes in eternity.